Welcome back to the Reliest Reviews. Today's review is focused on Peacemaker, episode 6, entitled Murn After Reading. And here is my review on episode 6. Episode 6 to me was a solid episode, as I truly believe that episodes 7 and 8 are about to be on another different level, as stuff has gotten real for Peacemaker in a very, very bad way. So here we go. Episode 6 basically starts off where episode 5 immediately ended off, where it seemed as if Murn was about to put Adebayo on a t-shirt, but Harcourt stops by and it is basically revealed that Harcourt knew that Murn was a butterfly, and as well as Economist. And Adebayo, with all of this information, is just extremely shocked. She doesn't know what to believe. And Murn basically explains about the butterfly's presence, how it all started and everything, and just how it came to be. And he explains that he basically did take the body of the original Murn, and how the original Murn was basically a pretty horrible individual. How he just has like the memories of what that original Murn did, and how he is trying to make things right. Peacemaker, next day, he decides to talk to kids at school about who he is and everything. He basically disrespects a few of the kids, but some of the kids violate him as well with the jokes. And it does come with a few bad memories that Peacemaker has about his childhood. And he talks to the janitor from the very first episode about some things, nothing really important. Meanwhile, we see that Auggie Smith has been released from jail, as detectives now know, police know, basically everyone now knows the truth that he did not kill those people in those first 2 episodes. And Auggie now has a new mission in sight, that is basically to make Peacemaker his next victim by any means necessary. And meanwhile, we see the 2 detectives now just setting things up so that they can get Peacemaker, because they now have all the evidence as well to basically get this man locked up. Vigilante and Peacemaker are at Peacemaker's house just having a good time. They're just talking and everything. And that is when things just go very, very bad, as police swarm in all over the house. Peacemaker, Eagly, Vigilante, and that butterfly, who is a very smart individual, all try to escape from the craziness. They are somewhat able to escape at first until Detective Song catches them, but the butterfly breaks, and long story short, Detective Song is now a butterfly. Peacemaker, Vigilante try to escape in the woods, and it seems as if like they're about to get caught until that detective from the previous episode who knows Murn comes in and saves the day. But he does put 3 t-shirts in his presence, and this just confuses Peacemaker and Vigilante a lot. They escape and they try to make it back to town safe and sound. Meanwhile, the rest of the gang is trying to figure out how to save Peacemaker. Peacemaker arrives and he is just extremely, extremely confused as in what is going on. Nobody is giving him answers. Murn tries to berate him, but Peacemaker shuts that down immediately, because Peacemaker wants to know the truth about what is going on with the butterflies and everything else. But nobody is saying anything, as they all just have a confused, dumb look on his face. Because I truly think that if Peacemaker knows that Murn is a butterfly, I think he would try to kill him immediately right there and there. But it's just not looking good. Meanwhile, while the police was at Peacemaker's house, they found the book that Adebayo planted in Peacemaker's house. And this book apparently has a lot of just pretty damning evidence that could get anybody locked up and possibly killed. So the gang's next mission is to basically infiltrate this underground barn house, as that is where the source, the food source for all of the butterflies are possibly being made. And we do get a few different segments between Peacemaker and Harcourt talking. Peacemaker plays the piano, and he seems to be really good at it as well. Like, Peacemaker, to me, I think he is definitely tired of killing people. I think he just wants to, I think he would rather go back to jail instead of just doing this because of how hectic things have gotten. And he don't know what's coming. We get a few different segments of Detective Song somehow being able to call in many different butterflies to talk. Like, she speaks in their language, and she basically affects the police station and affects the jails as well. And because of her, many different people are now butterflies. Adebayo is now starting to have a lot of just guilt for what she's done, for basically betraying Peacemaker with this book, and how she really just wants to stop all of this, but her mom is not having none of that at all. And so the episode just basically ends with just Peacemaker, Vigilante, Adebayo all seeing the news segment of that detective, basically just explaining what's in the book. And long story short, Peacemaker is now enemy number one, as the book basically accuses him and plants him to be a serial killer, of him just being responsible for just many different murders, and he's enemy number one, I assume. I felt like episode 6 was a solid episode in my opinion. Crazy all around. I would say my predictions for the last few episodes is that I definitely do think that Peacemaker is going to find out some way that Murn is a butterfly and how the rest of the gang knew. And I think once he finds out, he is not going to be able to trust none of them because of that. I also think that the gang is going to find out that Adebayo is Amanda Waller's daughter. And that is definitely going to lead a lot of just bad blood all around. As for Auggie Smith, now in his white dragon costume, I think there's going to be a huge crazy fight segment between Peacemaker and White Dragon. And I think White Dragon is going to become the white t-shirt. But now that there are multiple butterflies, who knows how this show is going to end. But good so far all around. Thank you for watching. And until next time, goodbye.